Thank you for joining us. Okay. Hopefully this is the last of this subject matter. As alien religions start to pop up everywhere, and everybody is right or whatever. I guess everybody is right to some level, or your delusion is right, whatever it is. But we are seeing religious belief systems in the alien communities that I mean, if you see it, I mean, it already looks like religion already. Some are more grassroots, a little bit more grounded, but still has that religious energy there. So it's kind of like what's happening with the alien religions. That's the secret space programs, whatever. Yeah, whatever. You're seeing it's similar, like people like it because it's like it's new, it's edgy, it's out there. But a lot, realize also that's why Scientology became popular. Many felt the same way about that too. So they didn't feel really connected to religion, but then they found Scientology and see where that went. That's going really well. So you're seeing the same thing with the secret space stuff that's happening now. But I'll take my word for it. Do your own research. That doesn't always work, but either way, discernment doesn't work either. But usually not. I have like 30, 40 different versions of discernment, but most of it doesn't work. It's not. It doesn't look like it's working really, but what do I know? Because these groups are still pretty large. But not to judge though. I mean, what are do what you gotta do. But some are like lost within themselves. They need to find something, so they find the alien religions, and not realizing it's an alien religion, and maybe until later in their life or when they're on their way out. So you're seeing a program, obviously. I think you say mainstream religion did the same thing in its heyday. And it's still doing it now. So this whole thing about connected to the ascension, and we're going to go to the fifth dimension. I mean, there are some truths to that, but there's a lot of brainwashing there too. It's like the same thing looking for Jesus to come back. So, or Enki's going to come back now, or it just gets better and better. It's like a comedy when it's not even funny anymore. It gets so sad. It's more sad than it is fun. It's funny though. It has that. It's almost comically sad. With some of these religious figures that are, or alien religious figures that are out there right now. Not to mention names. There's too many to mention anyway. Well, you just use your own discernment, or you remove the glasses that was it the rose-colored glasses, and you can start seeing a bit more clearly. Obviously, the men aren't doing that, but whatever works for you. Like I said, no judgment. But a lot of the secret space program, at least the ones that are talking about it, yeah, it's like they have their own Torah, like their own guidebook to it. And like they have the right information, of course, and you have somebody else that says something totally different or whatever, or they're fighting with each other. So whatever. It's a bad movie. But anyway, it is very similar to Scientology, just putting that out there. It's the same echoes of in the podcast with the same thing too. Anytime they mention that, it's like, because like I said, the alien realms, they're not going to tell us the full story. They're going to tell us what they want us to know, just to get them off their back. I mean, you want some secret space knowledge here? Just take this and go away. Just try to sort your life out, if that's even possible. So, and then you're doing it as an escape, and not to say you're not tapping into some kind of alien realms. You probably are, but some take it too far. But whatever. I mean, that's why you incarnate again, because you didn't focus on yourself in this life. So it's just going to be a lot of, you must do what you must do. Like I say, there's no judgment, but it's just, the lost world out there. Yeah, many feel like, oh, I got it all figured out. I know everything about all the secret space, whatever's, and whatever. Nobody cares in the long run. The world doesn't care. The world isn't talking about because the world doesn't care because it really doesn't matter anyway. Not really. I mean, I can tap into aliens and a lot of them don't even care. They're in it. They don't care. So, I mean, I don't go into the details of it because I don't think it's all that exciting. It's like, it doesn't matter here. I mean, not that I'm interested in, I'm just not interested in any of it because it really doesn't matter in our dimension. Oh, I should see alien beings walking around, technically doing a human form, but that's what you deal with. So either way, it's just men are being taken for a ride, and maybe one day they'll figure it out, or maybe in the next life, or the next life after that. So maybe on their deathbed they might figure it out, or probably not. Not if you think you know everything. I mean, that's same. It's just in alien religions right now. It's going to get worse. So, yeah, we haven't seen nothing yet. So Fritzy's here. All right. So we tap into those energies. I think there was some other direction I want to go with that, but either way, I don't want the truth on that, but it's just the way it is. My YouTube channel is practically dead anyway. I mean, it has life to it, but it could be growing, but YouTube wants it dead, so it's dead. It's alive but dead. So I remember this. I went through this. I had 5,000 subscribers and just sat there for like a year, maybe longer than that. Probably, I don't remember anymore. But it's the same thing's happening now. So you had some kind of spurt where you got some attention, and it just dies. So yeah. I don't think it'll be recommended in anything for that matter, but either way, yeah, the truth hurts, of course, too. So yeah, many it's like, oh, I have this secret space program all figured out. It's like the world does not care. I mean, it really doesn't mean anything. I mean, if we're trying to make money off of it, I guess, because there's an audience for it. But other than that, the world doesn't care because it doesn't really matter here, really. Not really. Sorting out your own life matters more than any of that. I mean, like I said, I can tap into aliens, and they're just, I mean, the aliens can't even get their act together. So, I mean, they would be here physically if they can get their act together. So they got problems because they'll go crazy on us. They'll show up here and then get pissed off at us and zap us or some kind of nonsense. You can see them doing that. Some of them will. Not all of them, but some of them will do it because they'll just get triggered by us. You don't wonder why. Cat. Just, whoa. Just trying to put her in the camera. Hey, look. She just, hey, Fritzy. So I gotta go shot over there. All right, watch it. All right. So another thing is the Barbie MK Ultra, the movie. And it's kind of like a breakup movie too, which is probably for the best anyway. Because you're with a psycho, you might want to bail from that. But yeah, it's or vice versa. But it has a lot of programming there, and many are accepting it and making this world more woke. I haven't seen it. I'll see it eventually somehow. But yeah, it's basically MK Ultra, the movie, and programming whoever it needs to program. Yeah, making this world even more difficult. So there's that. Yeah, this whole pink thing. It's like a little Barbie cult going on. I mean, I know it's for fun, but it's doesn't exactly have the best energy either. They say it's spiritual, maybe selfish spirituality. I think Barbie's kind of, at least the Barbie in that feels like the most lost being on the planet, at least one of them at least. And I think she's in good company. So More power to you on that one. Oh well. So yeah, cultures. Barbie's been screwing up society since the beginning of her creation. Of course, it's inspired by a hooker doll. So, but the same thing with the Disney princesses. So it's the same kid ultra programming there. So tell you how to be, how to act, what beauty is. It does have like a obviously a bit of programming there. The movie's probably worse, but the dolls have. I mean, it's for fun, but also kind of gives you like what was accepted by society, say at least body type, at least what the elite through the programming is there for. So either way, nothing like a Cabbage Patch doll. That's probably worse. Cabbage Patch dolls and was it the Powerpuff Girls? Those are probably worse in their own weird ways. So, and other thing is Haiti. You don't hear about Haiti very often. Of course, also there's Yemen. There's other places too. We'll just keep it short there. But Haiti, you don't hear about it like ever because it's being ignored. It's been blacked out. There's also like a portal to bring in darkness into the world. So in Yemen, it's obviously several places like Los Angeles is like that shit. At least parts of it. So it's bringing darkness from the lower dimensions to program our society. So obviously, to close those portals, well, society has to get to a level to understand what the hell that is. And it's like going back into wizardry and things like that. It doesn't mean to fly over there and try to close the portal yourself because it probably won't work. Of course, you never know, but probably not. I mean, obviously, there's an elite energy to keep it open. Well, society has to evolve where you can say it closes on its own. Like it doesn't accept the programming here, the manipulation. Obviously, many are doing that, but it's basically that's how the world evolves. It just doesn't accept any of this program, like the Barbie things. Like how many people failed that test? That's a lot of. Well, they just have to go through that now. They agree to the contract. Now they're going to be woke and pink and woke and completely insane. Yeah. So just trying to make the world more difficult. So all right. What else to go there on all that? Just another woke day in the world. It's always fun comic price sessions, maybe. Schedule. They have a shop here. The webinar. Social network behind the scenes and the archive. And to give you a little bit of detail, I don't have to go too much into it. So Haiti has a little bit, yeah, it's like buried. You type Haiti, you don't get anything. It's basically just a place of chaos at this point. I'm not sure if it has any. Yeah, gang violence. You're not going to hear about that. You're not going to hear about it on a larger scale. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's what's going on there right now. And do you hear about that anywhere? No. It just kept. There was an assassination of their, at least an attempt assassination of their president a couple of years ago, which you probably didn't hear about that either. So yeah, this is on fire basically. Jeez. So there is some coverage. This is buried. That was just recent. Yeah, it's getting some attention, but not as much as it probably should. And same thing with so interesting about also Yemen. It's a proxy war between Iran. Not that anybody cares, but between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So you can say they control the land. You can say oil reserves and things like that. So I'm not sure who won. Yeah. So anyway, there's that. All right, well, Fritzy is here, quiet, not biting anybody. Not yet, at least. Taking it easy. So, all right. Okay, we go into secret space. Televangelist energies. Imagine many are looking forward to that one. Yeah, I can go into more details on that, but I'm going to keep it vague because it is it's a sore subject for some familiar, like a regular religion. They're very attached to it. So yeah, this is like any other religion. Just gotta be careful because some can go psycho because of it, because of their belief system. It's the same damn thing. So yeah, when you live a lonely life or not accepted by society, and you find the alien space programs, like I say, it's similar to like Scientology though, but or any other religion for that matter. So and a televangelist, obviously, some of these people are pretty much like televangelists. They're acting the same, dress the same, talk the same. It's all the same. So, all right, we're going to that. And then Barbie again. That'll be the end of Barbie, hopefully. And then to Haiti. Sorry, blessings. Greece is a secret, or the secret space energies, consciousness, alien. Well, it's up to the individual to decide what you want to do with yourself. So that's where you give your power away. It's been happening throughout history. So alien beings come here to test society. And yeah, a lot of them are not of the best vibration because they're going through their own issues. And if they can get humanity to fall for their manipulation, that gives them a reason to exist and say, hey, wait, this world's not ready. Or it's under my control now, is what some of these alien beings say. Obviously, they're in the fourth dimension and not here to physical, but obviously they do get channeled. And they just trigger words. It just a lot of, and many here are not strong enough to fight it. Or, of course, they've also been under that influence from other incarnations also. So you're seeing it more and more. Doesn't mean the alien beings will show themselves, no. But it shows how many are lost here. And they feel like they're getting better. In some regard, that's true, but they haven't quite gotten better with themselves yet. There's still an inner battle that they're not quite understanding and how to heal it. And so this is an escape from themselves. And yeah, some are going through actual alien traumas, but some of them aren't willing to let it go either. There's one thing if you're not obsessed with it, you want to heal it, you can heal it. It'll still linger around, but some are just holding on to their life. Some do come here, obviously, to manipulate your reality and to become a god here, actually. Some of your leaders of your secret space programs. They want to be remembered for something. Of course, they're probably going to be remembered as a cult leader down the line, but at the moment, they don't really care as long as they live a lavish lifestyle, similar to your past religions. So, blessings. Greetings. This is the Barbie consciousness. Well, there's different programs. Well, from a neutral standpoint, it's yes, a test on humanity once again, and many are becoming extremely selfish on the planet currently. And the feminism, well, they wanted to get their power back, but it's also weaponized. It is like a cult, though, which you've had many cults in your past, and you have them currently. So it's like a Barbie cult, you can say, to a certain level. Maybe an unofficial cult, idealism. So it's also to demolish the male in some respects. to get rid of it. Because there has been a lot of abuse in the past, and so it's another way for the female to attack the male in some regard, or just to find themselves. But maybe not find it. Just there's still a lot of neutral energy they need to find, or some healing. Is sometimes some of these souls have been so hurt from so many previous lifetimes of being abused as a female, and now they have a weapon and they're going to use it. Strike back at the male, or anybody for that matter, no matter the consequences of it. But it does have a Lancian connection to it. So it's almost like a barbaric energy. So the idea is for this world to become more neutral, balanced, and this is not how you do it. The idea is for the male and female to come together and settle the differences. Instead, the female, for some respect, is getting further away, where even other females don't want anything to do with them. So there's a major divide, not with everybody, but there are in some groups. The toxic feminine frequency it can only last so long, but it can still last for a while. It's the hurt ego. It's ego. It's the hurt recent incarnations. It's this incarnation. It's want to be respected, but not exactly going about it the right way. So a lot of it is a weak in the male also to take it down. And the male is trying to become more lenient and nicer, while the female becomes more vicious. Not all cases, but there are some, obviously. So brings the consciousness of Haiti. Of course, Haiti, yes, is not in your media because it's supposed to be behind the scenes. Now it can be more in your media, but why would it be? Because programming society from behind the scenes has many things are done behind the scenes. And society has been taught to look at certain things. It has to figure things out, become independent, think for itself. Some can do it. Most are interested. Of course, it's not exactly a subject matter. It's on the mind of many. For obvious reasons, you have to live your own life. You have to clear your own energies and just find some sanity. But realize darkness, has a portal, has a way into your realm. And Haiti is definitely it's one of the larger ones, actually. They're in Washington, D.C. Obviously. A lot of your portals are in your oceans, of course, but through an incarnation process, a lot of it's through Haiti, Dominican, even some parts of the Dominican Republic, actually. Well, it's basically souls have been tortured and become wars, even though it's to kind of rule your reality on a physical level. But really, to the demonic beings need some kind of vessel to latch on to. So they got to lower the frequency somewhere. So of course, the United States is going through a great deal of that also, especially through the homelessness. Many actually, the homelessness, at least in the U.S., other places in the U.S., many are becoming more psychically aware. But the thing is, a lot of them have demonic attachments on, not at all, but there's quite a bit of that. But basically, your world has to become a little bit more sophisticated, which it is not doing it currently. Well, it's being distracted on so many different levels. And what's really happening here, it doesn't want to hear it. Well, you're not being told that matters. The teacher or the programmers of your world are not teachers. They're more like your instigators of your reality. They're telling you to pay attention to Haiti or even South Africa, parts of that, Yemen, and so on. Parts of Germany, told to look the other way. So it's up to you to find it. It's not the easiest quest. Most won't be that interested. And that's just the way. But you have to be honest with yourself and not care. But you see how drastic the programming is. So if you find something like Haiti and most of the world can care less, it's like, you know what? Something here just doesn't feel right. Why is this even happening? It's not getting a whole lot of attention. And that hopefully that's some kind of wake up call for yourself to see how controlled this reality truly is. Because it has many um, blindfolds on it. Yes, also, now you and also this is probably you already know this, but with trying to survive and feed yourself, feed family, just obviously the working conditions here. Obviously, it's for soul growth, but also a distraction at the same time. Not that you need to know what's going on in the world all the time. It's not that important, but and basically the idea is to open up your senses. So if there's something out in the world you need to know, or the idea comes to mind, you look it up. You know, you trust your senses. Many get messages in their minds and just don't think anything of it. Why was I thinking about Haiti, for example, or wherever it might be, Antarctica, wherever it is? So